Universal's new Attractions Assistance Pass. So what is the Universal AAP? It is the disability system. It is basically the equivalent of Disney's DAS, Disability Access Service Pass, where if somebody in your party has a disability that prevents them from waiting in line, you are able to then get special access. Now, Disney has come under fire recently for reworking this to a way that excludes most people that actually do need this, all in the name of trying to weed out any potential abuse. However, Universal has had a system for a while now that I think works pretty well. But in Universal, you were given a physical piece of paper that you had to then bring to each individual attraction and have them fill it out. At Halloween Horror Nights, because everything was so spread out there, they would actually have centralized tables that you can go to where they would fill it out for you at the tables. But now it is all digital. But last time we discussed this, guys, we had said something about that they were moving to a system that was going to be more restrictive, more like Disney, more high pressure, trying to weed out potential abuse. I was at Epic Universe this past weekend, and somebody in my party has the Attractions Assistance Pass. And I got to tell you guys, we were wrong. We were given bad information. This was the easiest, kindest, because they were just so like generous about it. This was the anti-Disney, the way this worked. So essentially, the person in the party has to go up to the booth and speak to the cast member. You can do this at the concierge booth within Epic Universe or in any of the guest services booths around Universal and Islands of Adventure, including in-park options at Universal and Islands of Adventure or outside the park at guest relations. I typically recommend going to the in-park one. They tend to have shorter lines. People shouldn't have to stop at that thing before they go in. But when they basically, Universal has always had you sign up with the IBCC ESS card, which is essentially a third party that does the interview. It's not even really an interview. They don't really talk to you. You just upload your medical information into a HIPAA compliant third party, and they then make the decision as to whether or not you need this service. So the person in my party has a doctor's note, uploaded it, got the IBCC ESS, and has never had a problem with Universal. Same thing still applies. Only now it's on the app. So now you go into your app, you find the attraction either on your map or through a list, and you just hit, make AAP return time, and it gives you the time to come back. Easy as that. No questions asked.
Easy as pie. Thank God.
Whew. It does look very easy. Touring Plans actually had some screenshots on this and how the process works within the app, and it's literally that, a 4-step process, which is really great because as we mentioned in our video yesterday, if you have a physical disability and maybe it's difficult to go on the other side of the park to get a return time, or maybe you have anxiety with speaking with a team member or whatever, to do it all digitally is not only more efficient, but I think is a better process by which people with certain impairments can actually navigate the park and actually go in the attraction that they want to. So this is actually a really, really great upgrade. They had been using the disabled or I should say Attraction Assistance Pass, the paper version, for quite some time. So this upgrade, I think, is awesome. But I from what I understand, maybe somebody in our party has had someone utilize digital service, and maybe has some key insights on this.
Yes. So somebody in my party did use this. We went to the concierge. They got it set up in the app right away, taught us how to use it. Now, not only the other thing was, you could typically with the old paper system, you could only get it approved for 2 weeks, and then you had to redo it. Which was an easy process, but it was still an extra step of your day. You had to go back to guest services and just show them your IBCC ESS card, and they'd be like, okay, and they'd fill it out. And it was just something that took maybe 20-30 minutes out of your day every 2 weeks. Now it stays for a year.
Ooh,
that's whole
a big
year
difference.
And the people that you add to it remain on it. So when you make your selection, you then just check off the people that are with you, and bing, bang, boom, you're good to go. It's exactly the way the old Disney system worked, only it was a little bit more seamless than that. So the only reason you'd have to go to guest relations would be if you had to remove someone or put someone on. The one thing I'm not sure, my friend forgot to ask, was whether or not you have to because you can it's good for only like you and 5 other people. So I don't know if you can only have 5 people on there, or if you could just have as many people as you want on there and then select the people that are going on the ride up to 5. So I'm not sure about that, but and look, you can't. I don't think you're going to be able to do the like, oh well, I have 2 people on here, but I'm with another 2 people today, so I'm just going to say it's these 2 people. I don't think you can do that because one, I think they have to be present in the park with a ticket to be able to be put on the reservation for the return time, and 2, Universal is switching to a facial recognition system all around Epic Universe right now. You don't even have to scan your ticket to enter the park anymore, guys. You just walk up and you look into the camera, and as long as you're registered in the system, you're good to go. No scanning a ticket, no fingerprint, no having to touch a thing that a million other people have touched that day. You're just right in. And then when you go up for the express pass, it looks at your it scans your face and you're good to go. The app will also give you a QR code to show, and 2 different people have to scan it. But I'm not sure if the AAP will eventually end up being like the way the express pass is now, where you don't even have to show the express pass, you just walk up and they scan your face. Or whether, but right now with the AAP, you still have to show the QR code.
That's a significant upgrade, right?
It
there.
Really is.
From going from 2 weeks to 1 year, going with a digital service, and also too up to 5 guests. I mean, that's actually pretty generous considering that the disability access service for Disney or DAS, it's only limited to 4, including the person with that DAS. And I've heard that for many families, it's a little bit limiting because, I mean, if you're not a family of 4, what do you do? So it's like, what if you have extra kids and so forth? So I think that's pretty generous by Universal, and I am encouraged that it's a less painful process than what we've been hearing with the interrogations as brought on by DAS. Go ahead.
I asked the team member at the concierge because I was like, I'd heard that you guys were adapting a style more like Disney's, where this was going to be more high pressure, where there was going to be a big interview, and and an attempt to deny. And the team member said to me, she said, "Well, we at Universal are a customer first. We are a guest first company, and we take feedback into consideration. And we have heard from many guests that the Disney system is not, conducive to providing the access that's needed, and we have made sure that ours is." So wow. That's a big statement right there. MJ, I would like to hear from you on this because I know that you have been very vocal about the Disney DAS system. What is your opinion on this Universal system? Did you use the old system, and how does this sound to you as somebody who is very passionate about this topic?
Yes, I'm really excited to hear all this. I'm actually taking it all in because I have questions, and I'm sure people in the audience might be wondering the same thing. If you are if you're planning a vacation ahead of time to Universal, are you able to do this online ahead of time of your vacation? Do you know, Marvin, by any chance?
Yes, I believe you can.
Okay.
I believe you can. I'm not 100% on that.
And once you have this data upload, this beautiful information in the system, and it's good to go, you could do this. You can use this at any Universal Orlando resort in Orlando and Hollywood, or just at that destination.
Again, I'm not 100% sure on that either. I know with Disney, the DAS system I think is different for Disney World and Disneyland. So like getting it for one does not necessarily mean you get it for the other. So yeah, that might be something to ask about, I guess relations.
Yeah, because if it's good for a whole year, I'm just curious. You might want to visit Universal Orlando in March and then go for Christmas to the one in California. So I was just curious, but
I mean, even if it's not good for both parks, it seems it's a seamless process as long as you have the IBCC ESS. Now, I think it's possible to get the AAP without having that card, but then you do have to actually talk to the team members about the stuff. So it is infinitely easier to go through the third-party service.
This is great. Now, you asked me a question. I have in the past used the paper system, which was good. I have no complaints whatsoever. I have used the paper one, but seeing this on the app and hearing what you had to say about it makes me excited for my next visit to Universal Studios. And I'm just curious if I'm probably able to just do Islands, Studios, and Epic once this is all locked in, good to go. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I love the fact that on the app, it even tells you, because some of us have different disabilities. Some of us are physical and the other ones are cognitive. So if you need to test a seat, it actually tells you, yes, this attraction has a test seat available. And I think that's fantastic.
The other thing is, MJ, is that when your time comes for your attraction return time, you get a notification.
That's excellent.
In the app.
Erika, get sidetracked.
Absolutely. Erika, I would love to hear your take on all of this, what you think about this.
I'm excited. I have a very, very close friend who I know would need the disability access. And then Raf is a disabled veteran, and we haven't been to Epic. So this is a huge relief for us. And back to theme parking with my bestie, because we grew up together and love theme parks. So I'm going to relay this to her. So maybe we'll make plans in a few years.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Guys, so just strictly speaking, if you are traveling with a disabled member of your party that needs special assistance, Disney might not be the one that's going to give you what you need. And at Universal, the AAP system is as easy as an app.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media account.